Welcome back to episode 2 of Let's Talk About It. Let's talk about it. And that's exactly what we're gonna do in this episode. I got some content. I got some interesting stuff, man, that's been going on in the hoop world, you know. Very, very interesting stuff. So I got some content, man. We're gonna talk about it in this episode. Um, I wishing everybody a great start to the new year. Happy New Year to everybody out there. 2026. I hope that it's a good one. Hopefully everybody stays safe out there, had a good time, etc., etc., etc. So, but jumping into episode 2, man, starting with the NBA segment. Man, NBA season has been getting underway. It's the games have still been crazy exciting. Now I told y'all episode 1, I gave y'all my top 3 picks coming out the East, my top 3 picks coming out the West. And honestly, it's looking like your boy was pretty accurate. You know what I'm saying? I had Detroit at number 1, and I'm looking at these standings right now. Detroit's still sitting at number 1 in the East, 25-9. It's crazy. They like I said, Detroit is trying to make a point that they not to be messed with in the East. I think the only team that can really probably fight them for that number 1 spot is probably gonna be New York. Um, New York is like what? They're sitting at right under 700, 23-10. So I think the Knicks, man, the Knicks can probably creep into that number 1 spot, but man, I think Detroit's gonna hold it down. New York's at number 2, Boston at number 3. Boston has surprised me, man. I didn't think that they were gonna. I didn't think they were gonna make a run like they've made, especially without JT. But they sitting at number 3, man. They have surprised me. I think that pushing in the All-Star break, you never know. You never know. They top 5 right now, top 3. So Toronto sitting at number 4, Philly at number 5, Orlando's number 6. The only team, man, I had Cleveland in my top 3, I think, or my top 5. Um, and I think, man, they haven't showed up this season like they did last season. I think last season they were one of the best regular season teams. I think they were the best regular season team um, in the league. This year, it's kind of been a different story. So that's probably the only team, man, that has really um, underachieved out of my takes. But Boston has been the biggest surpriser in the Eastern Conference. But very, very exciting, man. I'm excited to continue to watch how the East rolls out this year. A lot of great teams, great players. As soon as playoff time comes around, the energy just goes up a notch. So it's gonna be exciting. Um, but shifting into the West, same thing. I had OKC sitting at number 1. Um, Now I'm gonna say this, bro, because I'm not gonna compare this team to this other team because I think it's unfair. But if the Thunder, if the Thunder, I think really really figure it out, which they have, they only got 5 losses on the season, right? If they get to a point where I feel like everybody on the team locks into the point where they are just crazy consistent, clicking on all cylinders, all levels. I believe that they can give that Golden State team that went 73-9. I think they can give them a run for their money. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to only lose 9 games this year. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they have the team to potentially do so. Because when I watch OKC play, it's like they play with so much synergy, right? It's just like they play so well off each other. Everybody knows their role. Everybody's accepted their position on the team. I mean, they got from the dudes off the bench, last dude on the bench, to the first dude, the star player. It's the same energy, camaraderie. It's just they're a good team, man. I don't like I said see anybody messing with them this year. Um, Obviously, we'll see how the season rolls out, but I think that when I look at them, man, I see the same type of dominance that Golden State team had. And obviously, man, they were coming out Golden State when they were coming out doing their thing. Nobody had ever seen that style of basketball before, so they were really the first to be that type of team and play that style of play, right? OKC, I feel like they in the brand of basketball that we in today, and the style of basketball with the teams and the way things are going, they found a way to be dominant in the midst of that, man. Like, so we'll see how the season keeps rolling out. But OKC sitting at number 1, San Antonio's number 2. I told y'all episode 1 what I thought about the Spurs. Now, obviously, I had the Rockets above them, but right now the Spurs are sitting at number 2. I think when playoff time comes around, they're gonna be a very dangerous team. I think they're gonna be very dangerous. I think Wemby has taken a step up from last year. I mean, obviously we knew what he was gonna be. But then everybody else around him, the guards, the guys off the bench, like they got a young team. They guard well. Like I think it's gonna be very, very crazy when playoff time comes around. I think they can be very dangerous. Denver sitting at number 3. Obviously, you can never count out Jokic, Jamal, all those guys over there. And then Houston sitting at number 4. I said Houston was my favorite team to watch in the NBA this year. I think they're top 5 right now, number 4. I think that they're going to be a dangerous team too. We're just going to have to wait and see, man. I think once All-Star break hits, I think that's when things start, really going crazy. But Lakers sitting at number 5. I'm not a big fan of the Lakers. I mean, I think what Bron is doing is unmatched. It's legendary. But as a playoff team, like I said in episode 1, I don't think they play defense well enough to make anything shake in the playoffs. But, defense is all about effort, man. Remember that. Everything defense is about effort. So, but we'll see, man. Very, very, very exciting start, like I said, to the NBA season. Christmas Day games were crazy. Shout out to all the dudes that played on Christmas. I know it's may not be a thing that everybody wants to do, especially from the players, but it was very, very exciting. I checked out some of the games. The Cavs-Knicks games was back and forth. I think the Knicks came back and won that one by like 2 or 3. I think Cleveland was up most of the game, and then the Knicks came back. Warriors and Mavericks. The Warriors pulled out a W, I think, at Golden State. The Spurs beat the Thunder. It's been the only team that's really been able to compete with them this year. I don't know how many L's they've given OKC this year, but they looking like I don't want to say kryptonite, but like I said, that Spurs team, they're gonna be dangerous. The Rockets beat the Lakers. I think that was a blowout. Defense. And the Nuggets beat the Wolves, man. That Nuggets Wolves game was 142 to 138. Yeah, that's a high scoring game, bro. But yeah, man, Christmas games were very exciting. Very, very exciting. I think Christmas games, like I said, man, it's always like a I feel like it's mixed emotions for the players. A lot of players don't even want to play. I mean, you want to be with your family and spend time with your loved ones and all that. So, um, salute to them for competing, right? So it was a fun day of basketball games. Um, shifting into let's shift into college hoops for a second. Um, so looking at the rankings, I told y'all my top two teams last episode. BYU and Houston are two teams that I've been tapping into the most. I've caught a couple of Houston's games. I think they've been really getting rolling. They had some real big W's this season so far. Same thing with BYU. Both of them are sitting at top 10 in the rankings. I think obviously as March gets closer and closer, I think you're gonna see both of those teams really start to make their presence known. Um, it's been a lot of other teams too, man. Arizona's undefeated, Michigan's undefeated, Iowa State's undefeated, UConn's 13-1. Um, Duke has been going crazy. I caught a couple of their games so far. So, um, man, college hoops is it's looking strong, man, in a lot of different for a lot of different teams. Um, Obviously, when March comes around, it's the tournament of upsets, so it's always exciting to see that. But man, I'm it's gonna be exciting to see who comes out of each conference: ACC, Big Ten, Big 12, Big East. I know UConn; they've been running their conference for a while, so it's gonna be exciting, man. As conference, the championships and the tournaments get underway. But very, very exciting start, man, to college hoops as well. Well, not start, but college hoops has been exciting. Um, so I got a college topic I got here, right? And this is I'm gonna address this because I've been seeing it pop up lately. Um, so has the NIL destroyed the true nature of college sports? Right. I'm gonna be honest because this NIL thing has been so controversial. And do I think that players should have been getting paid? Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it made no sense for guys, programs and schools to be making all this right money, and guys can't even afford, you know, to get food from McDonald's. Like that. That was always backwards to me. So I think that players should have been getting paid, especially because everybody else was getting paid. But there's positives to it, and then there's negatives to it, right? I think that the NIL has changed the whole idea of transferring. I think guys now you can hop in the transfer portal, basically whenever you want now, especially if you a guy that has some pull in the name. I mean, you can kind of just hop wherever you want to and just find whoever's gonna give you the most money. I think that's a negative side to this whole NIL thing, cause I mean you got guys who commit to a school and then it used to be, hey, we want to build something here, we wanna do something big, create a legacy. Now it's just, hey, it's no more loyalty, no more commitment, no more nothing. I'm gonna just go whoever gonna give me the biggest bag, right? So I think it's both, it's positives and negatives to it, man. But um, I would say yes. I would say yes. I think the NIL has destroyed the true nature of what college sports is. But at the end of the day, man, I think the system was always kind of backwards anyway. You know, because you could say, hey, guys weren't getting paid, but some guys legit were getting paid under the table. You just didn't know about it, right? Like guys been getting paid, however way they could. So I think now it's just legal. So I mean, it's interesting. I think that the NCAA, they may come together and try to definitely put rules in place and policies to make things a little bit more, you know, um, just put more rules in place, man, to make sure things are not as chaotic. But yeah, the NIL has definitely shaken up the NCAA. Salute to all the athletes out there getting paid for what you do. I would just say, hey, that transfer portal is that thing is different. That thing is different. Um, so a quote, man, real quick, pulling this up from Coach Calipari. Now, if y'all don't know Coach Cal, he was a coach in Kentucky for a while. Um, coach at Kentucky for a while. Where is he at now? Arkansas. Yeah, he says there are a lot of older gentlemen with beards playing basketball in college right now. He's waving to his kids up in the seats. Crazy thing, he's using NIL for his first wife's alimony. Are we nuts? Yeah, I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy. Like I said, man, the NIL, it has given guys a motivation now to want to stay in school. So now that you have this new system in place, it's gonna be a lot of guys, man, that I think are trying to prolong their time in college. You have 26-year-olds, 27-year-olds. I think that's crazy that you could be 27, 28 and still be playing college basketball, you know, or however old you are, bro. 26, 25. But I think that's what's come with this NIL thing. Um, another college topic in college sports. So James Najee, and I heard about this the other day. James Najee, he was the number 31 pick in the 2023 NBA draft, right? Has now enrolled at Baylor. Now, this has been a shakeup in the college sports world because this dude apparently was drafted in the NBA and he is allowed, apparently by the NCAA, he's been cleared to play at Baylor. Now, it's like I remember when the craziest thing that you could have happen was an extra redshirt year, right? If a guy got an extra redshirt year in college, it was a crazy deal. It's like, how in the world did they get this dude another year of college basketball? But this is like next level to me. I don't know how a dude who was drafted, stayed in the draft, has found a way to be cleared to play college basketball. Right. It is the craziest exception to the rule, and played in Barcelona for a year. Right. So this dude is a legit pro. Right. He's a big 7 foot. Look, man, I'm like, I salute dudes trying to get to this bag. All right. But at some point there has to be some sort of rules or stipulations as to what can and cannot happen. Like y'all letting dudes who were drafted go back and play college basketball. Now I don't think this dude played a game in college, but if you put your name in the draft and you stay in the draft, the rule was, at least I thought, you cannot go back. You cannot play college ball once you are legit declared a pro. But this dude, James Najee, has been cleared to play the second half of the season. So that means this semester for the Baylor Bears. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let me know what you guys think. Is this warranted, or do you think this is crazy work? Right. So shifting into my last topic, man. My last topic. So, there were some talks, man, looking into this that said that, hey, American guys, this only applies to American players. So if you are an international player, they don't have to abide by the same rules that American players do, which I think is crazy. I think if you're a pro, you're a pro. If you put your name in the draft and you stay in the draft, you shouldn't be cleared at all to play in a college basketball or college sports game. But as international basketball surpassed the U.S. Now, honestly, as an American, because I am an American, I'm a little biased. Um,
But I'm also not blind, and I'm gonna speak the truth. I want to say yes because if you look at the way the game is definitely not at all an American game anymore. It's everywhere. It's worldwide. It's global. Um, and the amount of talent that's coming out of all these different places is through the roof, right? And it's beautiful and great to see that. Um, I think that I think that basketball in America still sits number one in the world. Um, but honestly, that's not going to be lasting too much longer because you look at the talent that's coming from Europe and Canada and Africa and all of these different places. And I even look at even starting at the grassroots level because I think that's where it starts. Like high school, and then even before high school, elementary school, middle school, that development stage that every kid has to go through. I think internationally, right, it's like night and day compared to the States. I mean, and I'm gonna just speak my mind, man. I'm gonna say there's a lot of disgusting stuff going on in youth sports in America, right? And I'm touching on basketball right now, but I think it's in so many different places than just basketball. But in terms of youth hoops, there are a lot of backwards things that are taking place. I mean, we got kids who will play 6, 7 games in one day. Maybe not 6, 7. Maybe like, don't y'all dare say that. I said 6, 7. Don't you dare. Whoever's seeing this, they like 6, 7. No, but probably not 6, 7 games. Probably like we got kids that can legit play 5 games in one day. Right now, playing 5 games in one day, what is that honestly doing for the development of a 11, 12 year old kid? Right, like you, especially if you're not really playing based off of like your own development, right? Like you could be playing 5 games a day and not get better, right? Because you really don't know how to play. You just running up and down the court, right? And you just playing whatever position they put you in. It's not. It's different than I feel like the international game as to where you have kids who will work on the fundamentals to a T, right? And understanding how to play 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5 at an early age. So you take those kids that are learning that at that age, and then their IQ for the game, understanding for the game is already at a level that is higher than some high school kids in the States. In America, we can have a kid and we'll sit there and give them a highlight tape. We'll sit there and boost their heads up, and they'll have social media followers, and they'll even be making some money, right? But haven't played anywhere, haven't done anything, haven't accomplished anything yet, don't really know how to play the game, don't know how to play 5-on-5, team basketball, like team IQ is low. So, man, I want to say because the generation of the guys that we have in the States are still playing, right? And that's the only reason I say that because even looking at this past Olympics, and everything that the U.S. team was able to do, shout out to the U.S. team for bringing home the gold. Steph, LeBron, KD, and those guys. Like, I think that is the last wave of American basketball being, you know, at the top. You know, because you got to see these other countries and these other teams and how talented they were. I mean, they are coming. They are coming. They already here. So, man, I think that America's still sitting at the top. But the international game is literally right there. Um, there's so much talent out here, man. Like it's beautiful to see, like I said, but it is crazy. It's crazy, and um, man, as an American, like I said, you know, you really can't even be upset, man, because we did it to ourselves, right? So, man, in the next 5-10 years, man, I think the NBA, it's gonna be a majority international, and I think that's beautiful to see. So, um, what else we got? So ending this, man, I'm gonna give some high school hoops some love. Been tapping in, following some high school teams. This gonna be the DMV edition. That's where I'm at. Paul VI, PVI, is sitting at #1 in the high school top 25. Um, Checked out some of their games. Can't remember who they played, man, but they are looking strong. They got a lot of talent over there at PVI. A lot of good teams in high school too, man. I'm gonna try to tap in as much as I can, but if you have it, man, check out PVI if you're in the DMV area. You probably already know about them. Heard they got a lot of talent over there, but there's a lot of good teams out there, especially in the state of Maryland, which I'm in. So I'm excited to see how the season continues to roll out for all the teams out there. So, man, but I thank you guys for tuning in. This has been episode 2 of Let's Talk About It. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend, and we will be back next time. Peace out.